Hey guys, it's Jay. This week the blog is a little different. I know that there are a lot of people out there who watch this blog in good health, and I enjoy your support, and your encouragement has meant the world to me, and I hope you'll continue to follow along. But this week really doesn't have all that much to do with me, and if you're watching this and you're not obese, it probably doesn't have that much to do with you. Dr. Chris Cobourn, the surgeon who performed my lap band, is coming to town, and I want you to have the chance to meet him. I want you to have the chance to hear him speak so that he can inspire you and give you the confidence that you need to know that you can turn all of this around. He single-handedly is responsible for convincing me that I could do this. His belief in me gave me the confidence to know that the lap band was the step I needed to take to convince me that the rest of the lifestyle choices that go with it were worth it. And he was absolutely right. I started this journey at 460 pounds. That was back on March 5th. I had surgery April 4th, and now it's June 20th, and I'm down to 350 pounds. It's not been easy. It's been a lot of changes. It's been a lot of new decisions. It's been a lot of trial and error with some stuff. I've leaned on the support team at the Surgical Weight Loss Center a lot through this entire thing, and they have been incredible. And of course, for everyone who follows the blog, you've been an incredible part of my success as well. Having to come before you each week and share my story has kept me really conscious of where I am and where I'm trying to get with this. So it's like a weekly check-in for me, and that's been great. But I really do want you, if you're watching this and you feel stuck, like you're at your home, like I was back in the first week of March, where you're making incredibly bad lifestyle choices, where you possibly haven't seen your doctor in a very long time, where you are concerned about your health, and you see that concern on the faces of your friends and family who have watched you grow bigger and bigger. If you're watching this video now, and every time that you see me come on here, you think, well, good for him, but what can I do? This is how this starts. You need to meet this man. You need to meet Dr. Chris Cobourn. You need to hear him speak, not just because it worked for me, but because this is what he does. He's internationally acclaimed when it comes to not just weight loss surgery, but the entire issue of obesity. He's been invited to speak at international conferences. He was in Germany last year. He sits on international committees now that are actually writing basically the standards of care and regulations that will be used as bariatric surgery is rolled out across the world. He's a master of laparoscopic surgery. He introduced it to Mississauga, continues to study it, and not just for weight loss, but for pancreatic surgery and every any non-invasive surgery. Is growing in popularity. I still talk about how boggled I was that I've come out of this basically with just I really one scar. I had 5. There were 4 little like access ports that they use for the laparoscopic surgery, but really I have one scar that is fading and fading and fading with time. And I really do believe that my situation will be like a lot of the patients of the Surgical Weight Loss Center that I met before I started this journey myself. I don't think that you'll be able to look at my stomach in 6 months or a year and be able to see a scar. It's a really remarkable process that they have, and he's incredibly respected for the work he does. And I think that the easiest way for me to get that point across to you, and I've been trying to do it through this blog, and a number of you have gone to obesitysurgery.ca and filled out the questionnaire so that you could have a one-on-one consultation with Dr. Chris Cobourn. And those of you who have had the chance to speak with him have told me how inspiring he is and how much he can change the way that you look at your own situation and how you look at obesity and how it impacts your life and impacts your health. You owe it to yourself if you're sitting there and you feel trapped the way that I did back in March. You owe it to yourself to meet this guy. So I invite you to come on out to an incredibly comfortable environment. We're going to be at the Cambridge Suites on Monday, June 25th on the Esplanade in Sydney. It's a completely free session. He's going to speak. He'll answer any of your questions. If you have any questions for me about what my experience has been, I'll be there as well. And it will, and I know some of you are watching this thinking that you'll never be able to afford the cost of the surgery. And I know that. And the only thing I can say is that it's very difficult to put a price tag on what this change has meant for me. And I know that for a lot of people, times are tough. And I know that there's a direct correlation between poverty and obesity in this country, in this region, and especially on this island. But if you've ever gone out and bought a new small car, you know that out of necessity, your family finds a way. Out of necessity, you should try to find a way. If you're a fit, if he believes in you and that this will work for you, and that you believe that this is what it's going to take to get you on track, then you need to meet him and you need to find a way to make it work. And I'll help you, right? You just let me know that you want to find a way to make this work, and I'm right there with you, because there are changes you can make, there are financing options available, and he'll get into all of that when he's talking to you. And for those of you who are convinced that you'll never be able to afford it, even with doing something, even with making it a priority in your life, I still encourage you to come, meet him, and hear him talk. He'll change the way you look at obesity. He'll change the way you look at yourself. And I guarantee you, as some of you said, like, why would I go and sit through a session when I know I can't afford it? It's because the surgery is the only thing that he charges for. The advice and the wisdom and the inspiration that you'll get from hearing him speak is completely free, and it's worth it. For more information on Dr. Chris Cobourn or the Surgical Weight Loss Center, visit their website at obesitysurgery.ca. If you want to get caught up on my blog and what the journey's been like for me since March, you can find it all over at eagle1035.com. Just click on Big Deal's Weight Loss Challenge. I talk about MyFitnessPal a lot on the blog. Search for me there on Big Deal WLC. And of course, you can find me on Facebook as well. The conversation continues there every day. We'll see you Monday night. I really mean that. Take the time and come on out and meet this guy. If you're who I think you are, and if you feel the way I think you do, this guy can change your life. You owe it to yourself to come. I'll see you there.